It's time to rock and roll. Well, hello. This is Theresa Tucker. How are you this evening? So I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and consultant, and I have been with Stampin' Up! For many, many years, and I have been a demonstrator and then not, and then been a demonstrator. 2 years ago, I rejoined Stampin' Up! And I am running this actually as a business now, which is quite exciting. So I started out scrapbooking prior to joining Stampin' Up! In 2006. So yeah, I've had a lot of experience. So anyway, I hope there's things that I can share with you tonight that you will enjoy. So before we get started, I just wanted to point out a few things. I'm the owner of Tucker Top Notch Designs, of course. This is my email address. This is where you can shop with me 24/7. And this is my blog. And this is where we are right now tonight on Facebook. So I wanted to mention something about the shopping. So when you shop with me in my store, every $25 you spend before tax and shipping, you get 1 Tucker credit. Once you have 20 credits, then you get a $50 shopping spree on me. Well, in May, I am doubling the credits for a $25 order. So you will get 2 credits if you place at least a $25 order. Now there are some rules, such as you can't combine 2 orders together to make $25. So you can't do a 10 and then do a 15 and then expect to get a credit. It doesn't happen that way. So it has to be a $25 order or more. Another thing, I have customers who want to, they want to spend quite a lot more than $25. So if you end up spending $150, then you're far better off getting the starter kit from Stampin' Up! And you will also receive extra rewards for more product from Stampin' Up! And you'll receive it from me as well. So you're going to do a double, I don't know what to call it. Increase your products by double and faster. So, okay, let's get started with tonight's project. So, hi Jenny. I'm so happy to see you. How are you doing? All right, so I was off work today and I have been so busy doing, trying to come up with something that I could show you tonight. And in fact, I started working on it yesterday and came up with a technique that I have no name for. I haven't done it before either. So basically, we're going to take a piece of designer series paper. Now this paper is from the True Love designer series paper that came out in the mini catalog in January. So the entire package is black and white, and it's available still until the end of June. In fact, the entire suite is available till the end of June, and you can purchase the all of the stamps, the dies, and everything for $162, the entire suite, and that's a bargain. So so what we're going to do is, let me put one of these papers up here, and this technique uses masking tape again. Now you remember, bring sparkles home to me tomorrow. Oh, cool. So you remember not too long ago, we did a technique that we used masking tape. That was for the faux leather look. So this time we're going to use 3 different colors of ink. We're going to start out with Blushing Bride. And I hope you can see everything. I will make sure that I move everything, and yeah, looks like it's good. Okay. So we're going to take a piece of tape, and we want to make it wider than the designer series paper. And we're going to press it into the ink. I think this works best on black and white paper. So I haven't tried it on anything that's got color. I don't think it would look the same. So there's our pink. And then we're going to do this again. My doggie's in here with me tonight. He's such a good boy. Except for when he tries to tear up his bed. He tried to eat it. And he got in lots of trouble. Okay, we're going to just set that aside for now, and we're going to go on to the saffron. So we're going to push this tape down into the ink. And you don't have to ink it up completely. I mean, you can see that I'm not putting ink on the entire piece of tape. So it's it's like that. So we'll put that here in the middle of between the two pinks and pull that up. Now, if you want, you can also go ahead and put this down again, the opposite direction, and pull it up. In this case, it didn't have enough ink on it, so that didn't really work. So we're going to redo that one. One of the cards I made earlier today, I was able to use the tape twice, but not tonight. That's okay. All right, so let's see. We're gonna close this up, and we're gonna go to mint macaron. See this? Let me tell you what happened. So sometimes these ink pads are hard to open. So someone said, take a candle and rub it along the track. Whoops. Rub it along the track, and then it'll make it a lot easier to open and close. So that's what I did. But then after I did that to a few of my stamp sets, a few of my ink pads, I noticed that the stuff started showing up, and I can't have that. So I found a different way to get these to open and close easier. If you rub wax paper on the tracks, they'll open and close a lot easier that way. And over time, they do get easier to open and close on their own. So there we go. Okay. On to the mint macaron. And I will put another row on. We're going to go all the way down the designer series paper doing this. Put one there. And now we'll get another yellow one in here, and then I'll put pink down here. I think I can reuse my tape. Oh my gosh, I have to tell you guys what happened today. I was working on some projects and stuff, and one of these stamp sets, or one of these ink pads, I could not get open. And I was so frustrated. I'm like, what is going on? So then I gave it a really good shove, and the lid came off. And the pad ended up upside down on my work surface. And I had it on me. I had it all over my hands. Oh my gosh, what a disaster. See, I was doing this. You shouldn't do that. It makes the lid pop off. And we'll put this pink one right here. Okay, so that is basically the technique. I don't know what to call it. I don't know if you can come up with a fancy name for it. I'll put that in the description when I finish this tonight. Okay, so there we have that. Now I'm going to clean my hands first. If I don't clean my hands, I'm afraid I'll get ink where I don't want it. So I keep these wipes at my workstation all the time. And they're real handy, not only for cleaning your hands, cleaning up your area, but also when you use the photopolymer stamps, sometimes they stop sticking. And if you clean the back of it a little bit, then those stamps will stick again because it's just gotten a little dirty from being used. That's why they don't stick. Okay, so for this, I think I'm going to just put this on here. I made this a very, very small mat because I just wanted a little bit of the black to show. So I went ahead and I cut out a flower and a stem to put on our card. I wanted to just do a really simple card tonight. I didn't want to make it too difficult. Okay, so before I actually put all of this together, I'm going to decide on a sentiment for the front. And so let's see, not that one. This one here, no. This one here is for grandchildren, but congratulations can also be used for anybody. So I'm going to take the congratulations. And I haven't put this stamp set together all the way, but congratulations is all mounted, ready to go. All right, so I think that I'm going to use basic white cardstock and Memento Tuxedo Black ink. Now, since this has got a rubber back to it, I don't need to put the pad under it. All right, I'm just going to test this and see how straight it is. Not too bad. So sometimes if I'm not sure what size of sentiment I'm going to put on a card, I'll go ahead and stamp it and leave myself room around it so that I can cut it down or I can cut it with a punch. So that's what I'm going to do tonight since I had not decided. And you can do whatever you want. You know, I just show these cards to you as an example on how to use your stamps and so forth. And you can do whatever you want. These are just ideas for you. And then you can always go out to my blog at tuckertopnotchdesigns.blogspot.com and you'll get lots of ideas out there. I've got lots of cards and I also include the printable instructions as well as the supply list. So those are always out there. Okay, so let's see here. I think I'm going to cut this down. And I'm sorry if there's a reflection. And I'm probably out of the camera's view right now. Let's only take a second. So I can line this up easily and figure out exactly where I'm going to cut this cardstock. So here's a tip. If your piece of cardstock is small, just put a Post-it note or something like that on it so that you can hold on to it and it doesn't move around. Now when I look at this, I can see, I look through here to see where the words line up. I don't want to be able to see them in this groove right here because that's where the blade is. So I get close as I think I want the, or as narrow as I want the sentiment to be. And then I try to cut it straight. So if you've got a straight piece of cardstock, if you just butt it up against this, then it's going to be straight. And that is too far away. And it's a little too close. I think that looks good. Okay, so there we have that. Now I want to sort of make sure that, well, I don't think it's that straight either. I want to make sure that there's about equal amount of cardstock on either end of the word. Let me see if I can straighten this. You know what, it's not that bad. I'm not going to worry about it. So I'm going to take off just a little bit on this end to try to get that in the center. And then we're going to use this punch. It's called the Lovely Label Punch. And you can cut a 1 inch, a 3/4 inch, and a 1/2 inch. It'll just slide it right in here like that. Now you've got two options as to what you want your ends to look like. So I'm going to choose this one. I've been using this other one a lot, so I'm going to use the other one tonight just for fun. Okay, so you want to turn your punch over, because what I'm looking for right here is I want to look for, see where this curve is right here and that one is too. I want to make sure that that lines up evenly on my cardstock, so then I know that the cardstock is in there straight. So go ahead and cut that, and then we're going to do the same thing again on the other side. And I'm looking for the curve, make sure that this is centered, and punch. So there's our label. I'll get this out of here. Okay, so let's see here. I think what I'm going to do is try to line this up, figure out where I want everything to land on my card. I think I'll put that right in the center. And I kind of wanted to use some of this ribbon. So I'm not sure, I might just make a bow and tie it around the stem there. All right, let me grab my dimensionals and my liquid glue and everything, and we'll start putting this down. Here's my Stampin' seal. Sometimes you have to help it get a little started, because there's a trick to this. I've gotten better at it, but if you kind of flick it or roll it this way when you're ready to break off the tape, it'll help advance so that it's ready the next time. This leaf on top. Sorry, I know I'm in the way. You can't really see. Okay. We'll put the congratulations down here. I'm going to put that on dimensionals. Just pop it up a little bit. So I'm really excited to show you some of the things that came from Stampin' Up! From my last order that I just got. I went through it a little bit today so that I would, so I could get some of the designer series paper cuts so that I could show it to you. Get it open. So we'll go ahead and take these off. And let's see. That looks straight. All right, so since I'm not going to wrap this ribbon around this card, I can go ahead and adhere this to the mat. So I was saying that this designer series paper is available until the end of June if you want to get yours. It's beautiful. I've also used Stampin' Blends to color some of the flowers and made some beautiful backgrounds for my cards. But there is a Hostess pack in this new catalog. I've never seen Stampin' Up! Come out with a Hostess pack before of DSP. So it's kind of exciting, and I'm going to show you some of it. A little smudge right there, and I'm sure I did that just a minute ago. I'm going to go ahead and put this on the front. Let's see. Let's see if it covers it up. Pretty much. Okay. So this was just a very simple card. It didn't take very long to create. I changed my mind. I can do that, you know. I'm the one doing the work. Okay. So my eyes are crooked. I found out last week that I have diplopia or something like that. I don't know what it is, but I have double vision. So, sometimes it makes it a little hard to see things. Oh, I'm supposed to get some glasses that'll fix it, but I haven't talked to my optometrist yet. So I have to give her a call, get something set up. I saw a neuro-ophthalmologist because when I first went to see her and she found out I had double vision, you know, doctors freak out about that. So she set me up to see this other doctor, Neham or something, at Carl. And he asked me all these questions, you know, like I figured he was going to ask me, like, do you have headaches? You know, are you nauseous? All kinds of stuff like that. And the conclusion was, oh, I don't think we need to do a brain scan. I'm like, well, thank you. I'm glad to know it's not my brain. Okay. Now for this little piece, we're going to use a mini glue dot. I think I'll put it right there. Okay, so that's our card. That's the technique I wanted to show you. I think it's beautiful. You know, once you get the card all together, it just adds a lot of interest to the card. But I did also want to show you some of the designer series paper that is in the pack that Stampin' Up! Is offering right now for hostesses. So what I did is I cut these down to the size that would fit on a regular size card that we usually make. 8.5 by 5.5. We just cut we cut a full sheet in half at 5.5, and then we folded it 4.25, and then the next size down is about a quarter, or about a half an inch smaller than that, and that's what these are cut for. So here are the designer series papers. I took the liberty of cutting a couple of them 2 ways. I'm having a hard time getting these apart. Here we go. So for instance, you see this one, I cut it so that the lines were vertical, and this one I cut it so the lines were horizontal. And I did the same thing with this designer series paper as well, just so that you could get an idea of what the different ways that you can use the paper. So this one goes diagonal this way. Now this one here, you can cut it so that it goes like this, or you can choose to use it on a horizontal card. And then this is the back. So other than this one, well, because I had it backwards, so all of them are black and white on the back. So you could do this technique that I showed you tonight with any of these papers. So right now I do want to mention to you that Stampin' Up! Has got a great promotion going. If you sign up as a demonstrator under me, it doesn't mean that you're tied to Stampin' Up! The rest of your life, and it doesn't mean that you have to do shows or lives online or anything like that. It's just an opportunity for you to get $155 worth of Stampin' Up! Product for $99 and free shipping. So with Stampin' Up, it's got, I have sold Tupperware before, and I have sold other things as well, and I have never found a company who stands behind their demonstrators the way that Stampin' Up! Does, and they are wonderful. So as soon as you sign up for Stampin' Up!, then you get a 10% discount on all of the supplies, everything. And then once you advance a little bit, then you get 20% off of everything, and then it just continues to go up from there. Right now, there are so many demonstrators in Hawaii right now, because one of the neat things that you get to do is, as you grow your team, if that's something that you want to do, then you can earn free trips. So right now I got a bunch of friends in Hawaii, and in next year they're going to the Caribbean, and it's too late for me to earn that cruise, but the one after that they're going to the Balkans, and I'm going to try to earn that cruise. And in order to do that, I just need to share my love of stamping with everybody. So that's why I do what I do. In fact, I would rather be doing this than anything else. So let's see, let's go ahead and start looking at some of the stuff that I received from Stampin' Up! I placed a big order, and the first thing I want to show you is Beauty of the Earth. Now let me grab my catalog. We'll just kind of walk through that, because I marked all the pages that I wanted to show you. So here's the catalog. This is the Beauty of the Earth suite. So this suite comes with everything you see here. It has the dies, it has the stamp, it's got the designer series paper, it's got the bark 3D embossing folder. You get all of that for $73.50. Or you could just break it up and you could get just the stamp set and the dies, and you can get that for $52. But just for a little bit more, you can have it all. So let me show you what this paper looks like. So one of the papers comes, it's a full, these are all 12 by 12, and this is the one that I cut That's this one here. So lately Stampin' Up! Has been putting out papers that you can just cut them in half this way and cut them this way, and then you've got a card front. That's why they made them like this. This is like the second one that I've seen this way, and it's a wonderful idea. So what I did with mine, I didn't cut the tops off. So these are not going to be the same size as this. It'll be the same size width-wise, but not height. So I will cut that up. I'll cut that off when I'm ready to use it, but I kind of wanted to show you what it looked like when you cut it in half horizontally. So that's the way that looks. And this is the back. And this looks like, for me, it could be a manly card, because if your husband or your boyfriend or anybody, if they like to hunt, this would be great for that. And this side looks like wood. I like the splatters in here. I like how they look watercolored. Now this would make a good winter scene, don't you think? Here's a more fall looking color. And then this kind of, to me, looks like sky. Here's another one with trees. So you could cut out these trees and put them on the bottom of your card just to start your design. The other side is green. And then this is definitely a fall paper for me. One of my favorite times of the year. I love fall. And there's this other side. So let me let's see what else. Oh, okay. So here are the dies. Here's the picture down here, and here are the dies. Here is the stamp set. And something that Stampin' Up! Has started doing, we used to always get all of our dies between two pieces of this clear window sheet or whatever it is. And now they have started putting the impressions or the pictures on the case. So now we can just put this directly on the case and then just cover it. So it comes with a really thin piece of plastic and then a really thick one. So what I've been doing is just putting my stamps down and then discarding this small one and using the thicker one to cover my stamps with. So yeah, so this right here to me looks like it would be for the trees. Like you would cut the tree out and then cut out the leaves. I'm not sure exactly. Oh, you know what though? It's got to go the other way because they have to both be facing the same way, and I was turning it over, so we can't do that. And then this one here will just cut around. So if you look at some of the designer series paper, it already has images on the paper that you can cut out with these dies. So you don't need to stamp anything if you don't want. This one will cut out this tree right here. And this one, I like how this looks like a heart. Both of those, this die cuts out both of those. Let me know if you have any questions about any of this. I'm happy to answer your questions, but I just kind of wanted to go through this and show you what's in the catalog. It's different when you're looking at it in person than it does when you're just seeing it in the catalog. So this is Lighthearted Lines, and this is on page 31 of the catalog. Now, if you don't have a catalog and you would like one, just let me know. You can contact me at my email address. You can contact me on my blog. You can message me right here, and I would be happy to send you complimentary catalog. So here is the Lighthearted Lines, and I just think these are so cool. It's like, don't grow up. It's a trap. Everything is figure outable, and that's kind of what I would tell my kids. Everything is figure outable. I hate to break it to you, but you're stuck with me. Friends forever. I'm sorry for what I said when I was hangry. That's so cute. When nothing goes right, go left. To the person who still got it, but might not remember where they put it. Happy birthday. Anyway, these are great stamps. So I was excited to see that in the book, and I ordered it right away. All right, so we're going to look at Turtle and Friends on page 56. This is just an adorable stamp set. Look at that. Isn't that cute? What's really neat is it also comes with a punch. So you can get this set right here and the punch for $30.50. You are turtly loved. Happy belated birthday. Sorry I was slow. Isn't that cute? And these are also photopolymer stamps. One of the things to point out to you about the photopolymer stamps is that you can see right through them. So when you're trying to line up, say like the shell on his back, then it's easy to see that so that you can line it up. And this little stamp right here, I just found out why this is like this. This little stamp right here has got a little hole in the center of it. And that is so that you don't get ink on there and then push that into your image when you're stamping it. I did not know that before. I had to ask somebody. Okay, so here is the punch, and I want to just show you real quick. Get a piece of paper, piece of scrap. So you're just going to put your cardstock in like this. Turn your punch upside down. Make sure that you know where you're punching at. Otherwise, who knows? You know, you could be over here. So this is the way you punch. And then you can turn it over. Now, when I was looking at this punch, this is the first time I've used it, but when I was looking at it, I thought, well, what are those two circles? Then I figured it out. It's the eyes. It's the eyes. Isn't that cute? Be a little hard to keep track of, but we have a take your pick tool that will place those exactly where you want them. So I can move this eye. I can pick this up, put a little bit of glue on there, and then put it back down. And then the other little piece, which is right here, I probably want to color it first and then put a little bit of glue on it and put it back down. Now we have liquid glue for this, but we also have what's called, it's called the fine tip glue pen, and this is what it looks like. This is very, very fine, and this is what I used for one of my projects tonight, and I'll show it to you. And if I remember, I'll tell you, you know, when I use this. But anyway, it's just a very, very small hole right there, and you need to make sure that you put this piece into the hole to keep it from clogging up. And so the way that you do that is you put your finger in front of it like this, and then line it up. Yeah. There goes my double vision. So generally, if you just line it up where your finger is, it'll slide right in. Yeah, there it goes. And then just screw this down. So that's how that fine tip pen works, glue pen. And it would work perfectly for this. So, yeah, that's it for the for this bundle. You save 10% if you purchase the bundle. Once this retires, or if it moves to the next catalog, which sometimes they do carry over, then they won't be bundled. You'll pay full price for both. All right, so to the next one. The next one is the Flower Maker Die. Now I saw this in the catalog here, and this is the only place I saw it. I didn't see it anywhere else. And I thought, man, that is really neat. I like all those little flowers. And they put this on a paper pumpkin mini box. So you can use they sell boxes and bags for, you know, for like different projects, or if you want to put together a gift for somebody. they have these, and sometimes I do 3D projects where I'll do a class and we'll decorate a box like this and put some goodies in it. So this is the die, and so each one of these punch out, and then there's a lot of flowers like this that end up, you can put that, you can use that for confetti, or you can put it on, you know, a card if you wanted to make a card that matched it. And so it's beautiful, and I wanted to give it a try, so I bought it. We'll work with that one of these days. Okay, and Circled in Friends on page 70. Here we go. This caught my eye because I really like the look of the doily. This is the stamp set. It says, each day is a little brighter. You're in my thoughts with heartfelt thanks. Because of you, you're the best. Just a note to let you know someone thought of you today. In a world where you can be anything, thank you for being kind. And these are the dies that coordinate. So you can use this die on a piece of cardstock, stamp it, and then you've got this decoration around the outside. This one here cuts the center right out of it. So all you would end up is with this part, and then you can place that over a sentiment or over a design like they did here. This is what they've done here. And this one, look at that. They used this entire, it's like a 4x4 piece of designer series paper, or it looks like designer series paper. And then they ran this through in the center of it. And then they also ran this through in the center, or separate, and then they put it in the center. So that's how they did that. That's beautiful. There's so many different things we can do with these dies. I'm excited, and I look forward to using them and showing them to you. We can work on these together. I really want to show you how they, different ways that you can use them. And when I get a chance to play with them, then we will do that. I'll come back on a Thursday, and we'll do another technique Thursday. And that doesn't go with that, does it? It goes over here. There we go. Okay, so that is Encircled in Friendship. And so the next one is Plentiful Plants. Do you like plants? I do. We have plants outside. We just planted our annuals. I got some perennials too. Our Future Farmers of America here in the St. Joe Ogden area, they grow plants all through the winter in a greenhouse, and then they sell them. So they had their sale at the beginning of this month, and you could get like 4-inch pots for $3, some of them for $2. And the plants are huge. I mean, they're not like itty bitty tiny plants that you only hope will grow once you get them in dirt. I mean, they're nice. So we got several. And let's see, let me get my stamp. Here's the stamp. And these two are photopolymer stamps, which I love. Just remember, when you're using these stamps, then you also need to use the cushion underneath it. It's a piercing mat that Stampin' Up! Sells. And here are the dies. This suite also comes with Lattice. There's 10 pieces in here for $6. So you can, and it says paper lattice, but I'll tell you, they don't feel like paper. They feel more like a really thin wood. That's what paper's made out of, right? So you can see here where they've used it on this card, and then they have put the plants against the lattice to make it look like they're hanging there. So this is really nice. So generally, if I don't purchase the suite, I will just purchase the dies and the stamp set, and then I don't purchase anything else. But I'm so glad this time that I got the suite, because those are really neat. I like the trellises. And let's see what else. Here's the paper. So I went ahead and cut this paper 6 by 6 because they come in 12 by 12 sheets, and you get 2 sheets of every design. When you consider that the other side has a different design, then you're getting 24 different designs. So here's one side. Now, hang on a second here. I wanted to see if any of these dies would cut out. Look at that. All you would need to do with this is cut this out of your designer series paper, set this on your stamp cut and emboss machine, and just run it through there. And then you've got your pot right there. You don't have to stamp it. Although they have the stamp, you don't have to stamp it if you don't want to. So that is really neat. Okay, so this one clearly is going to fit this image. Look at that. Just cut that out. Get yourself some greenery, and then put this behind it so that you can't see it at the bottom. And there's probably, I'll bet this is also somewhere in the designer series paper, and that you could cut it out too. We'll see. We'll try to figure that out as we go along. I don't know what this is. Yeah, I don't know what that is. We'll see if we can figure it out as we go. If nothing else, Stampin' Up! Has a lot of videos that show you how to use the stamps and what they were created for. The artisan team is remarkable. So this to me looks like it would be a hanging plant, or just one that would sit on the table, because this looks like a pot to put a plant in. Here's the macrame piece. Well, let's go ahead and look at the paper and see if there's any more matches that we can come up with. So this is the back side. Here's this one. And let's see. Do you see anything that matches? Hold on a second, please. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but there's a June bug out there. I have my window open, and thankfully it's not inside with me. I'd be running out of here. Okay, so I don't know what this is. It'll be fun trying to figure all this out. So, okay, so the back side of this is wood. You could use it either way. Now here is a plant. This one, okay, this die fits this one. Get out of here. Go away. This die fits this image. See that? So yeah, you could cut that out. I'm not really sure. I don't know. No, I don't think it goes with that one. We'll keep going. Let me know if you see something that you think it matches. There's wood on this side. And this looks like a jungle. So Stampin' Up! Had a stamp set called Dino Days. This would have been perfect for it. My grandsons loved dinosaurs. My older grandson has kind of outgrown them, but the other one is just now getting into them. But that would make a beautiful background. And this one has got the brick again. Now this is nice, but I don't see I don't see anything that I could cut out. I don't know. More brick, which I love. Okay, so here's another one of those papers I was telling you about earlier. And the paper comes, all of these come as 12 by 12. And this one, like I was showing you with the Earth Suite one, looks like this. So you can cut it right down the center at 6 inches. And then you can cut these apart. If you cut these in threes, 4 inches, each one 4 inches wide, that'd be the perfect size for a layer on a card. That'd be beautiful. Okay, so I don't think I have anything else. Let me just go ahead and go through the rest of the catalog though. Maybe I do have something else in here. Oh yeah, I still have some tabs. Let's see here. The next one is going to be the rose and I think rose and metallic. No, it's over here. Okay, the reason why I wanted to tag this page for you is because of this gold and rose, gold 6x6 specialty paper. I did order that, and let me see if I have it handy, because I did look at it. It's very pretty. I'm pretty sure that I had that out a little earlier. I don't see it. Well, I'll continue to look here while we go through the rest of the catalog. Make sure I didn't set it somewhere else. No, I don't see it. I might have put it down here. I've got a little cart here next to me that I keep stuff on so that I can reach it easily. So let me just see if perhaps I put it on this cart. I don't see it. I'm so sorry. I was excited to show that to you. I don't know where I put it. I will show it to you next time. I'm sorry, but it is gorgeous. It's absolutely beautiful. Okay, the next thing I wanted to show you is, let's see, oh, these ombre bags. Yeah, I had those sitting out to show you too. Hang on a second. This stuff can't be that far away. Oh, look, I found it. Da 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 da. Okay, I'm so glad. All right, so here's the golden rose gold metallic specialty paper. You're not going to believe this until you see it. I mean, you're just not even going to believe it. Look at this paper. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? I love the way it shines. On the back, it's plain. Oh my gosh, this is beautiful. There's so many things that you could use this for. Celebration cards, Christmas is coming up. We've got some Christmas stamp sets in here that you could use a bit of this with. It's going to make dynamic cards. I think it's beautiful, and I'm glad I got it, and I can't wait to play with it. It's just that I've got so much stuff that I don't know what to play with first. Okay, so here's the ombre bags. You're going to like these too. Look at this. You get 20 bags, and for $6, and they're ombre, starting here and going up. Let me see how these are put in here. Well, there's a rubber band. Wonder how that got in there. I hadn't had this open, so it must have come from Stampin' Up. Okay, so these are the in colors. This is the pale papaya, and I'm really going to be testing myself. This is the soft succulent. This is the evening evergreen. This is the fresh freesia. And this one is the, in fact, I think I got the stamp pad here. Maybe not. No, that one is the, hang on a sec. Oh, here it is. I do have it. The polished pink. That's what that one is. So these would make great gift bags. You can decorate the front of these and put cards in there with envelopes for a friend and give it to them as a gift. We'll play with these too. So I'll have some ideas for you. But we will have all of this stuff for a year, so we have plenty of time to play. Okay, what's next? Clear back here. All right, on page 162, it's the basic borders. So this is new. And what Stampin' Up! Has done is that they've tried to come out with ways to, for you to create, say, like hills or, you know, different like mountains and things like that. So this could be like mountains in the background. You could use a blending brush, or you could use the blending brushes, which are brand new, and say like just gently put that across the white cardstock in like a purplish blue maybe, and then cut out the mountains and then put those in the background. You'd adhere them to your cardstock. This one here makes clouds. So you can make clouds with that. Something that I've been doing lately is I will cut out a piece of cardstock with one of the dies, not these because I just got these. And then I kind of use that, I kind of use that as a template, so to speak, or a mask. And then I can color, I can color right over that cardstock and create hills and create depth and so forth, and clouds and things like that. So we'll definitely be playing with that as well. And I don't think I've got anything else for you. I think that's it. Now remember, if you need a catalog, you let me know and I am happy to send them out to you, because I just got some in. And if you think that this is something that you'd be interested in doing, playing along, crafting, then I would like to enable you to develop your craft. And it's lots of fun. It's very relaxing. I hold classes online. I hold these Mystery Monday. On Mondays we do mystery stamping, Thursdays Technique Thursday, or sometimes we'll make cards, or sometimes we'll do a project. It's not always teaching you a new technique. One of the things that I was going to do this evening is show you the pansy stamps and the dies that go along with that, but we've run out of time. And so I will set aside a special time for that, and I will put that on Facebook, and I will advertise it on my blog, and then we'll get together and we will see how the pansy stamps and the dies work together. So I hope you enjoyed this evening. Thank you so much for being here. It means a ton to me. It really does. And if you would like and share my video, I would appreciate it. If you share my video, then I will put your name in a drawing for some Stampin' Up! Product. I don't know what yet, but I will send you something if you share my video. So that's all I have for tonight, and thank you so much for being here again, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.